So coming to lie down on your mat, either knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat, and let the knees drop towards each other. Alternatively, stretching the legs out along the mat, arms slightly away from the body, palms facing up. Closing the eyes, get yourself nice and comfortable. Bring the body into stillness. So we're going to start with a few breathing exercises to switch on that rest and digest nervous system. So placing the hands onto the belly, either side of the belly button. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Inhale into the belly, into the hands, and then exhale slowly, gently out through the nose. Inhale into the hands, into the belly, and exhale slowly, gently out through the nose. One more nice deep breath into the belly, perhaps a little fuller, a little bigger, a little deeper. And exhale completely out through the nose. Now we take the hands just slightly further up your torso to your lower rib cage. Hands around the sides of your rib cage rather than on top. Inhale into the hands, into the rib cage. And then exhale slowly, gently out through the nose. Inhale into the hands, into the rib cage. Feel it widen and expand with your breath. And exhale, the rib cage contracts and softens. One more nice deep breath into the rib cage. And exhale completely, calmly out through the nose. Lastly, we bring the hands up to the upper chest, fingertips lightly in contact with the collarbone. And direct your inhale up into the chest, feel the chest lift, and exhale, it lowers. Inhale again up into the chest lifts, and exhale, it lowers. One more nice deep breath up into the chest, and then exhale fully, completely out through the nose. Keeping those nice deep breaths going, take the arms away, back alongside the body, and bend the knees now in towards the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees. Maybe open the eyes as you rock from side to side. And then placing the soles of the feet down on the mat, getting ready for our pelvic tilt. So just moving through the lower back area of the body. Feet hip distance apart, heels nice and close up towards the hips. Inhale, arch, lower back lifts off the mat. Press your bum or your sitting bones into the mat. And then exhale, tuck under and flatten the lower back to the mat. Inhale again, arch, lower back lifts. And exhale, tuck under. Inhale again, arch. This time as we exhale, tuck under, press into the feet and slowly peel the spine away from the mat, starting with the base of the spine. So working up through the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, come to the tops of the shoulders. And then reversing that move, placing the upper back down, the middle of your back, the lower back, and finally the hips, and release the tuck. One more like that. Inhale first, arch. Exhale, we tuck under, peeling the spine away from the mat, getting that lovely spinal articulation as the hips lift. And then slowly reversing that move, placing each vertebra gently back onto the mat. Taking the hands behind the head, clasping the hands behind the head, release the thumbs down the back of the neck. Not using the abs, using the strength in the arms. Inhale, lift the head up off the mat, bring the chin towards the chest. Let the head drop heavy into the hands. Squeeze it in towards the chest. Elbows maybe come slightly closer together. And then release the head back down to the mat. Release the arms slightly away from the body, bring the legs together, the knees together. Dropping the knees now over towards the right. Lift them back up to center and drop them over towards the left. Lift them back up to center, drop them over towards the right. Lift them back up to center and drop them over towards the left. Lift the knees back up to center, separate the feet out, hip distance apart. Take your right knee in towards the chest, taking both hands around the top of the right knee. Maybe shift that knee slightly out to the side as you squeeze it in towards your chest. And then take some circles with the right ankle. Just mobilizing through that ankle joint. Change the direction of the circles, keep squeezing the knee in. And then come back to center with the foot, release the knee. Taking your right hand behind the right knee, left hand onto your right calf, lower leg. Inhale, check that the leg is nice and relaxed. The knee is close in towards your chest. Base of the spine on the mat. As you exhale, lift the lower leg up, coming onto a gentle stretch here through the back of the right hamstring. Inhale, bend, right leg. And exhale again, levering the leg up, coming onto the stretch. Inhale, bend, right leg. And exhale, levering the leg up, coming onto the stretch. And we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Now you're working at an intensity that's no more than a 7 out of 10. So maybe between 5 and 7. You're not shaking, you're not quivering. You're not making strange noises, or maybe strange faces either. So holding here for 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Bending the right knee, flexing the right foot. You're going to place right outer ankle on top of left knee. And you're just going to ease that knee out to the sides. Getting that kind of figure of 4 position with the legs. Thread the hands through and clasp around the back of the left thigh. So you're looking here to get a stretch through the right glutes. Maybe top of the right leg. Keep squeezing that left leg in. Head nice and heavy, relax down on the mat. Holding here for 3. Inhale. Now if the arms aren't long enough, you maybe use a strap round the legs to lengthen the arms. For 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Releasing the left leg, placing the right foot back on the mat. Moving over to the other side. So left knee bends in, take both hands around the knee, squeeze it in towards the chest, and then do your circles with the left ankle. Don't worry if there's some little clicks and pops with the ankle, completely normal. Change direction with the circles, go around the other way a few times. And then coming back to center, moving into a hamstring stretch. So left hand behind the left knee. Knees nice and deeply bent, leg is relaxed. Right hand onto the calf, the lower leg. Inhale, nice deep breath in. Exhale, lever the leg up, coming onto the stretch. Inhale, bend. Knee, exhale again, lever the leg up, coming onto the stretch on the back of the hamstring. One more bend of the knee, left knee, and exhale again, levering up, coming onto the stretch. And then we hold here for a few breaths. We're trying to just isolate the stretch in the hamstring, back of the muscles on the left leg here. Holding here for 3. Inhale, exhale for 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Bending the left knee, flexing the left foot, left outer ankle on top of right knee. Just ease that knee out to the side. Figure of 4 position with the legs. Thread the hands through and clasp around the back of the right thigh. Squeezing that right leg in towards the body. Looking to feel that stretch through the left glutes. For 3. Inhale, exhale for 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Releasing the back of the right leg, placing both feet down on the mat. Taking hold of your strap, belt or scarf, whatever you're going to use, and you bring it around the ball of that right foot. Stretch that right leg up and away. Relax the elbows down to the mat. Trying to straighten that leg as much as you can, but without locking out the knee. Maybe you move the foot further away or leg further away from you. And keep pressing the heel away and hold here for a few nice deep breaths. Pressing the base of the spine into the mat for 3. Inhale, exhale for 4, stretching through the back of that lifted leg. Exhale, 5. Stretching the left leg out along the mat. Take both ends of the strap in your right hand. Left hand onto the left hip. And then exhale, take the right leg out to the side, down towards the floor on the right hand side. Keep pressing that left hip down. Don't let it lift off the mat. Here we're accessing a different part of the hamstrings, muscles on the right leg. For 3, inhale, let the leg relax into the strap if you can. For 4, inhale, exhale, 5. Lifting the leg back up to center, swapping their hands over on the strap, so both ends of the strap. In the left hand, take the right arm out to the side, counterbalance. Taking the right leg across the body now, down towards the floor on the left hand side. Right hip will lift off, but try and keep both shoulders down. For 3, inhale, directing your breath to where you feel the stretch. For 4, inhale, exhale, 5. Slowly we lift the leg back up to center, bend the knee, remove the strap, and give the leg a little shake, a shiggle from side to side. Other side. Bending both knees, placing the soles of the feet on the mat. Taking your strap now around the ball of the left foot and stretching that left leg up and away. Relax those elbows down to the mat so the shoulders, the upper body relaxes. Press the heel away for 3. Inhale, press the base of the spine into the mat. For 4, inhale, exhale, 5. Taking both ends of your strap in your left hand, stretch the right leg out. Placing your right hand onto your right hip, press it down. As you exhale, take the leg out to the side, down towards the floor on the left hand side. For 3, inhale, exhale. For 4, inhale, keep pressing that right hip down, don't let it lift off. Exhale, 5. Slowly lifting the leg back up to center, swapping the hands over on the strap, so both ends of the strap in the right hand, left arm out to the side. Taking that left leg across the body, down towards the floor, now on the right hand side. Might feel a stretcher on the outside of the leg. Direct your breath to that area. For 3, or areas. For 4, inhale, exhale, 5. Slowly lifting the leg back up to center, bending the knee, remove the strap to the sides, and stretch the legs out along the mats. Bring the legs together, take the arms up overhead. We're going to shift the feet now over to the left bottom corner of your mat and take a right ankle and cross it over left. Shifting the arms up and over to the left, taking hold of your right wrist with the left hand, first finger, thumb, and give a little gentle tug, a slight pull, lengthening through the right side of the body. You're making a banana or crescent-like position on your mat. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale, bringing the arms back to center, uncrossing the legs, bringing the legs back to center. Shifting the feet up and over to the right, taking left ankle, crossing it over right. Shifting the arms up and over to the right and taking hold of your left wrist this time. Again, applying a little bit of force as you pull that right wrist away so that you're lengthening through the left side of the body. You're making like a crescent or banana shaped position on your mat. Bringing the arms back to center, release the wrist, bringing the legs back to center. Bending the knees into the chest, giving them a little squeeze in, and then we'll roll over onto one side and rise up to sit. Coming into a comfortable seated position, maybe with the knees together, the feet together, a little rotational twist. So taking the left arm around the knees, the right hand behind you, inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, twist round to the right. Coming back to center, right hand around the knees, left hand behind you, and rotate round to the left. Inhale back to center, one more time on each side. So left hand around the knees, right hand behind you, rotate round to the right, taking that rib cage round, keep the knees together, the feet together. Inhale slowly back to center, right hand around the knees, left hand behind you, and rotate round to the left. Inhale, come back to center and come into your 4-point kneeling position on your mats. A few rounds of our cat and cow. Starting with the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, drop the belly down towards the mat, lifting head and hips. And exhale, round the back. Press into the hands. Inhale again, arching the spine, lifting head and hips. And exhale, rounding. Inhale, arch. And exhale, rounding. Come back to your flat neutral spine. Bring the knees together. Walk the hands over to the right, left hand on top of right, and diagonally sit back to the left. A side stretch. Inhale, slowly rise up. Walk the hands across the mat to the left, right hand on top of left, and sit the hips back to the right. Inhale, rise up. Walk the hands across the mat again to the right, left hand on top of right, and diagonally take those hips back to the left. Maybe tilt left shoulder up. Inhale, rise up, walk the hands across the mat to the left, right hand on top of left, and sit the hips back to the right. This time tilting right shoulder up. Inhale, rise up, placing hands onto the mat, separate the knees, out hip distance apart. Taking the right arm up, open through the chest, and then we're going to thread it through in between left hand, left knee, coming down onto the right side of the face, right shoulder down to the mat. Stretch the left arm out. Sink down heavy onto that right shoulder. Also sink that left shoulder down. A few nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Checking that the feet are nice and relaxed. The jaw is nice and relaxed. Then bring the left hand back towards your face, press into the hand, rise up, open through the chest, and then place the hand back down. Other side. Left arm lifts, open through the chest, thread it through. Coming down onto the left side of the face, left shoulder down to the mat. Stretch that right arm out. Sinking that right shoulder down towards the mat. A couple of nice big deep breaths here. So opening through the top of the shoulders, top of the back. Bringing that right hand back towards the face, press into the hand, rise up, open through the chest, and then place the hand back down. Walking the hands a little bit further forwards, toes tucked under, stretch the right leg back, press out through the heel, bring it back to center, stretch the left leg back, so just a little calf stretch here. Back down to the mat, bend the knee, stretch the right leg back, press out through the heel. Right knee back to the mat, stretch the left leg away. Place the knee back down to the mat. Toes tucked under, press into the hands, lift knees, hips up off the mat into that downward facing dog. Here we pedal out through the feet, pedal out through the legs. Keep pressing into the hands, pressing those hips away, keep breathing in and out through the nose. And then release the knees down to the mat. We're going to step the right foot forwards in between the hands, come up onto the fingertips, take the hips forwards and down, lifting head and chest. Exhale, take those hips up and back, stretch out through the front leg. Inhale, slowly coming forwards, lifting head and chest, and exhale, go back. Inhale, come forwards, last time this side, exhale, go back, take that front leg with you. Step the other foot forwards, left foot forwards. Up on the fingertips gives you a little bit more height as you take the hips forwards and down, lifting head and chest. Exhale, take those hips up and back. Inhale, come forwards, lifting head and chest. Stretch through the front of the right hip. Exhale, go back. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, go back, take that front leg with you. Press into the hands. Again, lift the knees up off the mat into that downward facing dog. Coming into our dissociated rotation lunge. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Stepping the right foot forwards in between the hands, lifting left arm up, rotating chest to the left. Bring the hand back down, lifting right arm up, rotating chest to the right. Bring the hand back down, step back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forwards in between the hands, lifting right arm up, rotating chest to the right. Bring the hand back down and lift left arm up, rotating chest to the left. Bring the hand back down and step back. Dog stretch, downward facing dog. Stepping right foot forwards in between the hands. Nice toe extension through that back leg. Lift left arm up, rotate chest to the left. Bring the hand back down, lift right arm up, rotating chest to the right. Bring the hand back down and step back. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forwards in between the hands. Lift right arm up, chest to the right. Bring the hand back down and lift left arm up, chest to the left. Bring the hand back down. Step back, downward facing dog. You're going to step the right foot again forwards in between the hands. Walk the hands now over to the left, round to the left, coming to the long, so you're facing the long edge of your mat. Outside edges of the feet parallel-ish, a little bit of weight on the hands, so have the legs as wide as you can, or come up onto something for support. Bending the right knee, move hands over towards the right foot, stretch out through that left leg. Inhale, we slowly rise up, bending the left knee, hands over towards the left foot, stretch out through the right leg. Inhale, rise up. Bending the right knee, hands over towards the right foot. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, bends the left knee, hands over towards the left foot. Stretch out through the right leg. Rise back up to center. We're going to do this on each side again, but just hold it for a couple of breaths. So bending the right knee, check that the right knee kind of tracks over the toes. Stretch out through that left leg for 1. Inhale, feel that stretch in the inner thighs for 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Rise back up to center, bend the left knee, hands over towards the left foot, stretch out through the right leg for 1. Inhale, exhale for 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Rising up through center, we're going to walk the hands back to the front of the mat, either side of your front foot. And drop the left knee down to the mat. Placing hands either side of that front foot. You're going to press out through that back heel, lifting the back knee up off the mat. Take the chest forwards if you can. Inhale, bend your back knee just a little, and then exhale, push out through the heel, take the chest forwards. Inhale, bends back knee. Exhale, stretch out through the leg. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. And then place that left knee down to the mat. If you need to place padding underneath the knee, you can use a cushion. Press into the front foot and we lift up a little. Roll those shoulders back and down. Take the hands onto the lower back, into imaginary jean pockets, as it were. You want to have the left hip directly on top of the left knee. Keep those lower ribs in. Inhale. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Get that posterior tilt in the pelvis. We're looking here to feel a stretch through the front of the left hip flexors. And then we're going to reach the arms up alongside the ears. Holding here for 1, lift the gaze, lift the chest for 2. Inhale, keep tucking under, exhale, 3. Release this right arm down, let it just relax. Stretching up through the left side, bend the left elbow, bring the forearm behind the head, taking the right arm up and just ease that elbow down a little. So getting a stretch through the tricep as well. For 2, inhale, exhale, 3. Stretch the arms up and then release the hands down to the mat. You might want to walk that front foot slightly out, to the sides. For our lizard poses, you take the hips forwards and down towards the mat. So you want lots of weight on the hands so the hips can relax. Let the head relax, let the shoulders relax. And you've got that front knee, that right knee close in towards your right shoulder, right upper arm. Holding here for 3. Keep relaxing those hips down for 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Taking those hips back, backing off that stretch, and take that front leg with you. Bringing the toes together and take the knees out wide apart. Sit the hips back towards the heels, stretch the arms out along the mat. So wide knee child's pose. Nice deep breaths into the back of the body. The wider that you have the knees apart, the more likely you'll feel a little bit of a stretch in the groin area, perhaps. And then we'll do the other side of those hip flexor stretches. So we're going to press into the hands, we're going to rise up, bring the knees back towards each other. Tuck the toes under. Step the left foot forwards in between the hands. So first we go into our runner's lunge or psoas lunge. So we're going to take the chest forwards, press out through the back heel, lift the knee off. Inhale, slightly bend the back leg. Exhale, straighten. Keep trying to take the chest forwards. Inhale, bend, back leg a little. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Good. Inhale, bend, place the knee back down to the mat. So that's your right knee. Press into the front foot and we rise up. Hands again in those imaginary jean pockets. Right hip directly on top of right knee. Lower ribs stay in as you exaggerate that tuck under of the tailbone. Get that stretch through the front of the right hip. You don't need to take the hips forwards. If you've got the tailbone tucked under, then reach the arms up alongside the ears, holding here for 1. Lift the chest, keep stretching up through the fingers. Don't let that rib cage flare out for 2. Inhale, keep tucking under. Exhale, 3. Release that left arm down. Bending right elbow now behind, taking the forearm behind the head, and then take the arm up, left arm up, place it on top of the elbow. And just ease it down, getting that tricep stretch. Keep tucking the tailbone under though for 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Stretch the arms up, place the hands back down on the mat. Maybe walk that front foot slightly out, slightly further forwards. And then sink the hips forwards and down to the mat. Left knee, nice and close in towards your left shoulder, left upper arm. Lots of weight on the hands. Head relaxed. Breathe into the areas that are stretching. This will help them just relax a little bit more. Sometimes easier said than done in some of these poses, especially if you're new to flexibility training, new to yoga. This might be a little bit more challenging for you. So holding here for 3. Inhale, keep breathing for 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Shifting the hips back. Take that front leg with you. Release the body all the way down to the mats. You might want to bring your forearms just in front of you. I'm going to keep my head a little bit lifted away from the mat, the chest, so that you can still hear me, but otherwise just release the forehead down to the mats. Quad stretch. So we're going to bend the right knee. We're going to reach around behind us and take hold of that right foot, right ankle with your right hands. Now you want to bring the right heel close towards your right glute, as close as you can. Press the hip bones into the mat. Try not to let the right knee splay out to the side, keeping that good ankle knee hip alignment. And hold here and breathe for at least 3 or 5 long, nice deep breaths. Muscles at the front of the thigh, the quad, big muscles we use a lot running and cycling. So can do with a good long stretch. So that's 3. Inhale, exhale for 4. Inhale, keep pressing the hip bones into the mat. Exhale, 5. Releasing that right leg, bending the left knee in. Taking hold of your left foot, left ankle. Bring the heel close towards your glutes. Again, press the hip bones into the mat. Now, if you do want to apply a little bit more force, you can use both hands. If you do find that your heel is all the way up touching your glute, maybe flex the foot. This will give you a little bit more range. Remember though to keep pressing those hip bones into the mat and not letting the knees splay out to the sides. For 3, inhale, exhale for 4, inhale, exhale, 5. Lovely. Release the leg and just roll over onto your back. No fancy transitions. Take the arms slightly out to the sides, feet to the outside edges of the mat, and just drop the knees slightly from side to side. Windshield wiping the knees, legs nice and floppy, nice and heavy. And then bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out to the sides. Maybe place the hands to rest on the belly, out to the sides, or up over the heads, closing the eyes. And let the knees relax down to the mats. Hips and nice and heavy on the mat. Back of the rib cage relaxed and soft. And then release the arms, bring the hands to the outsides of the knees, bring the knees back towards each other. Either stay here for a longer relaxation if you wish. Maybe knees together, arms out to the sides, or legs stretched out. Whatever you feel that the body needs. And then when you're ready, just wiggling the fingers and the toes, bending the knees into the chest, squeezing them in a few times, and rolling over onto one side, and then rising up to sit. Thank you very much.